Another New York Yankees free agent target has emerged in recent reports in Kike Hernandez. We're going to be talking about what his impact on the Yankees would be, as well as if the Yankees are close to signing him and what the reports have been saying over the past few days here in this video. Before we get into all of this Yankees news here today, though, we know 70% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot for all of your New York Yankees news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button. Join us here on the channel. We are covering everything New York Yankees. But without any further ado, let's get into this video. And if you do remember, a few days ago, I made a video on Yoan Moncada as a possibility for the New York Yankees here in this offseason. And a lot of his injury reports and everything caused a lot of concern to Yankees fans and really shut down any report of the Yankees being interested in him at all. But the next guy on the list was Kike Hernandez, someone that I just touched on in that video briefly, but said I was going to make another video on here today, and this is this video. This is, as the Yankees continue to look for infield help, the team has shown some degree of interest in the offseason in Kike Hernandez and Yoan Moncada. The Yankees post Mark Sanchez writes, regarding Moncada, Sanchez writes that the club asked for Moncada's medicals early in the offseason, but a source tells Sanchez the Yankees have not since re-engaged on the former White Sox third baseman, and that is due to the injuries. But as it comes to Kike Hernandez, a guy that has been pretty consistently healthy over his career, a guy that's played every position over his career, including pitcher. The only one he has not played at was catcher, and ultimately probably won't see him there, but you never really know with a guy like Kike Hernandez who has experience all over the field. As someone who the Yankees could look for to either transition into a third baseman, kind of play that role as we've been mentioning over the past few videos, where you never really have anybody in a set position on the infield, really apart from Paul Goldschmidt and Anthony Volpe. Whether you want to move around Jazz Chisholm, whether you want to move around Oswaldo Cabrera, whether you want to move around DJ LeMahieu, or even put in the outfield, go ahead and get Kike Hernandez, a guy who has played, as I mentioned, every single position on the diamond, which is something that you don't get very often. You get some guys like that, and Chris Taylor has been one, but someone who's been able to do that, has been able to hit the ball, been able to really just prove that they're an all-around great player, is someone the Yankees need to at least consider. And the fact that he is not still signed really shocks me, if I'm going to be honest with you. But this isn't the first time the Yankees have been linked to Kike Hernandez, as the New York was a finalist for the Veteran Utility Man Services when he was a free agent last winter. Hernandez instead re-signed with the Dodgers to a one-year, $4 million deal, and the decision paid off in the form of another championship ring. The Yankees got a direct look at Hernandez during the postseason when he hit .278, .316, and .389 over 20 plate appearances during the Dodgers' 5-game triumph over the Bronx Bombers in the World Series. And, if this is not a sign to go out and get him, if this is not a sign to, hey, look what he can do. Look what he can do in the postseason. Look at his experience. Look at his resume in the playoffs over the past few seasons. He has every asset the Yankees will be looking for an infielder. Someone who can play very, very well in the field. Someone who can hit the ball. Someone who has experience for this very, very young locker room. There's no doubt in my mind that Kike would fit perfectly into this team, and especially re-engaging in someone like this, someone who you had interest in, that they're, you know their history, you've been in contact with them before. Try it again. Why not? There's really no lack of benefit to this signing and really going out and at least, once again, re-engaging in contract negotiations. And with a current market value of just under $3 million, he's a very reasonable price as well. And as we know, Kike Hernandez isn't the youngest. He's 33 years old, but still, looking at the way he's been playing, looking at kind of his recent seasons, the way he's been playing does not affect his age at all, and vice versa. His age does not affect the way you're playing. Most cases you do get that, but with Kike Hernandez, someone who's been able to kind of be in and out of the lineup, anywhere in the lineup, and also be able to, come into the plate and just put bat to ball. Not a whole lot of power from Kike, but someone who's been very, very consistent at the plate with being able to get a base runner in, being able to get on base. He's someone that the Yankees could very much utilize in this situation, especially in, the system right now that the Yankees do currently have. There hasn't been any public buzz about Hernandez's free agent market this offseason, which could be due to the perception, as Sanchez notes, that a reunion with the Dodgers is inevitable. Today, the Dodgers president of baseball operations, Andrew Friedman, said the door will never be closed for Kike at Dodgers Fest. Now, this was a couple days ago, so when we're looking at this one in specific, still, no signing yet for Kike at all in any team. No word of it still, but it is kind of almost an unwritten rule, I guess we could say, that we're going to see Kike back with the Dodgers. But if the Yankees can go in there, we've seen that Brian Cashman said the Yankees are not going to go spend any more big money. He didn't necessarily go out and say they're not going to spend any money at all. When you go out, get a guy like Kike Hernandez at a cheap price, a year or two, a guy like him does more than just bring his skills to the team. He brings that experience, brings the mentorship to these younger guys. I think it's a big thing the Yankees have and will still continue to be looking for is that experience in the postseason, experience all around the diamond, and be able to kind of be another player coach, if you will, for this team to help out these younger guys. And even if someone's struggling, we know how much that can impact younger players in big markets such as the Yankees. And Kike Hernandez has been in multiple big markets. He's been in multiple big situations, multiple big games, multiple big series. He knows everything about it and has walked those lines before, and he's been in those footsteps. So being able to throw this at these younger guys is certainly exactly what the Yankees really need to take advantage of in a guy like Kike Hernandez who is available. And that's where the Yoan Moncada thing also kind of came in a bit. He's been with the White Sox forever, but he's been doing so many different things with that organization. He's been what is so much like a lot of people are thinking, been a younger guy for so many years. And if he were to stay healthy, he would be another great example of that. So it is yet to be determined what's going to happen with him. The Yankees still, are reportedly out on him because of the injuries, but still, when it comes down to it, you never really know what the Yankees' plan will be for either of these guys, but leaning more, for myself at least, towards Kike Hernandez. And I do have another screenshot here going over kind of his stats and looking at what we've seen from him over the past few seasons. And as we've really looked over his history with Boston, the Dodgers, really the two teams that stick out here. Of course, Miami and Houston his first two seasons, but a very consistent player. And, you see 229 here in the regular season last year, 126 games. But then, as you mentioned, you go to the playoffs. You look at his playoff stats and batting 270, I do believe 276 there last year in the World Series against the Yankees. It goes to show that he's a playoff guy. He's someone that can hop in at any position, hop in at any point in the order, and really just put some work in there. And over his past career, 21 home runs is his max. But when you're looking at the hits, very consistent in that prime area from 2015 to 2023, and even going further into that as well, just the whole games played situation. When you go from last year playing 140, the year before 140, last year 126, 134 in 2021. He's been keeping a very, very consistent level of games. Having no injuries is just having the consistency is what the Yankees need to benefit from. And Kike Hernandez here is no difference from this. He still comes into play with all of these other guys. So hopefully we do see Hernandez. I think that this is one I want to see at least engage in talks, whether or not a signing happens. Still yet to be determined, but talks at least is a positive sign. And as we do look towards the future of this team, look towards the way this team is structured right now with having the possibility of DJ LeMahieu being on third base, none of us want to see that. Let's be honest. Not this year. Maybe a decade ago, sure. But right now, I can't bear to see DJ LeMahieu field balls on third base because they will go right by him into left field. So let me know what you think. Obviously, we do have some sort of an offense, built up, but some sort of a defense on the third base kind of lined up, but it's still not something I trust that will get us to the World Series once again. So let me know what you think about all of this. I certainly think that Kike Hernandez is at least one of the better free agents remaining. How much time will he be on the free agent market is still yet to be determined, but the Yankees have time to go out and make an effort to get him. So let me know what you think about Kike Hernandez. Do you want him on this team? Do you see any benefit with him? Is he too old? Whatnot? Let me know. But that's all I got in this video. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.